Hey fellas, episode 1. I've done a few takes on this, honestly, because I don't know if I'm nervous, I don't know what it is, but I'm putting in the reps. So it's probably my 5th take. I hope this will be my last. So this is the first episode of the 10-part series. I'm calling it Injured to In Charge. So this is for people that have been injured in the past, just been injured, still now injured, dealing with that. This is for you guys. Hopefully I can bring a bit of insight from how I dealt with it and where I am now, and how to progress through that roller coaster of injury, because it is a fucking roller coaster. You have some, oh, it's fucked. I'll explain that in another episode, but it is a roller coaster for sure. So I'll just talk about my experience. I started as a swimmer, and then I moved into gym as I got older, and I was gymming a lot, 6 days a week. I did uni for a year, so I was uni, work, gym. That's what my life out of high school. Nothing else. Maybe a bit of gaming, or I gamed a lot actually. It would have been uni, work, gym, gaming. I was a big gamer. Yeah, so I was gymming 6 days a week, without fail, 6 days a week. Not missing a day. And one day I got out of my bed and I pushed down, boom, like that. Electric shock, it felt like to me. It might have been a tear, but yeah, I'm not sure. And I couldn't push anymore. I couldn't do anything with my right arm. So it was all, basically could do legs and that's it. But I tried to train through it, and after a few months, the pain was still there. I tried to train through it. Couldn't do a lot of things I used to. So I went and looked for help. Surgeon, got a surgery on that. It was a quadrilateral space expansion. Honestly, I won't pretend I completely understood it. I was 18, I just thought surgeons were all right. So went through with that. Did a year and a half. I was rehabbing, training, got back down to a good weight, because I blew up to 100 plus. Got back down to the 80s, 90s. Got fit, got strong again, and then reoccurred. Injury reoccurred. I was on the bench. Happened again. That time I had 2 tears, so I got those fixed again by a surgeon. I don't know if that was necessary, but got those fixed. Another year and a half passed. It might have been 2 actually. I was feeling great. I was training hard. I could train hard, which was great. But it went again. And the third one was to clear up all the scarred junk in there, and some bone spurring on my AC joint. Once again, I don't know if I needed that surgery, but I got it. But after that, the main solution was finding a really good team, physio, rehabbing, and that helped a lot. And now my shoulder is great. I still have days where it's a bit weak, like I can't play volleyball and like overhead sports like that without it having issues. But I can go to the gym and I can swim. So that's amazing. But during it was about a 5-year period, it was such a roller coaster, because some days you feel great and some days you feel like your shoulder could just pop out the socket at any moment, and the pain levels are 9, 10. There were days where because training was my life. I wanted to be a PT, but I couldn't even do half the movements anymore. So I did my cert, but unfortunately I got scammed on that one. Another day, and for another that's a story for another day. But yeah, it just really messes with you. I remember days I would be outside, I'd just lie in the grass, and at night time, 2 a.m., 3 a.m, couldn't sleep because I was so upset. And I just cried. It sounds stupid, but it's just how it was. I remember going to the gym, doing my legs in cardio, seeing someone on the bench, and just being so upset that I couldn't get out there and train as hard as possible, and bench and pull-ups, everything. And I go to my car, just have a little cry, and then go back inside and do my legs in cardio. Yeah, and it really does mess with you. There's a lot of nuances with dealing with an injury, because your whole life is changed in terms of there's so many things you can't do anymore. I couldn't even like lying in bed, can't lie on your right side anymore. And if you want to lie on your left, your shoulder hangs off, and you can't sleep. So there's some point where I was taking sleeping medication to be able to sleep through the night, which was in hindsight terrible. But yeah, that's the way of it. It's a huge roller coaster. So it's going to be this series is going to be 10 parts. I'm going to go through, this first episode was just my introduction to my injury experience. Second will be about coping with it the first time it happens, because that honestly, if you can manage it properly from the beginning, oh, you're gonna have a much better time. Um, I'm gonna cover mindset, strategies for pain management, uh, navigating, finding a good team within the healthcare system, because that is tough. I must say that is tough. Um, Dealing with those setbacks on that roller coaster, dealing with going up and then crashing down to the bottom of the, just right to the bottom. Um, Returning to the means, like back to normal activities. And then after returning to the norm, being able to maintain that. That's, I think, the key to it all. To be able to get out of that cycle of recurring injuries, being able to maintain that. And last, just moving forward from it, forgetting about it, and putting it in the past. Of course, you still probably always have to manage it, especially if it's a serious injury, but putting it behind you and not making it as big of a deal as it used to be, because sometimes making it a huge deal makes you think about it more, which just draws your attention to it, which increases the pain. And that's definitely a thing. I've read some studies about that. I'll have to find them for you in a future episode, but yeah, that's definitely a thing. I was meant to do 5 minutes. Fuck it, I don't care. 6:20, 6:30, whatever it is. We'll leave it there. I'm about to head off to the gym now. I'm gonna go to the gym and push. I'm doing a push day today. And yeah, I can do that now. I used to never be able to. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that here. My introduction probably didn't help that much yet, but it's probably comforting to know that people with injuries are going through the same thing you are, if you are having that roller coaster time right now. So yeah, have a good day, guys. Catch you around. Ugh, what the fuck did I just say then? Whatever. Closing off. Catch ya.